The first of several planned special legislative sessions is underway right now in Austin.
And it promises to be a long summer for lawmakers, with Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick unleashing on fellow Republican House Speaker Dade Phelan. Patrick saying Phelan and his House of Representatives are the reason lawmakers are stuck in Austin. Fox 4's Sean Rabb joins us now with more. Sean.
The Governor Abbott, has set the focus, Heather, for this first special session. It is border security and property tax relief. But the tone being set by the presiding officer of the Senate, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who slammed Dade Phelan even before the gavel dropped.
Members, I hope you enjoyed your summer. I sure did.
Sarcasm from Speaker Dade Phelan as the first special session of 2023 gets underway after an immediate order from Governor Abbott. Phelan coming under fire from his counterpart in the Senate, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.
I'm tired of the dysfunction of the House in passing legislation to us in a timely manner, and I'm tired of these points of orders that are called on good legislation like the virtual school bill.
Patrick blames Phelan and how the House operates for triggering the special session, including sending 150 bills to the Senate with less than a month left in the regular session.
The Democrats have total control of the House chamber. Total control. So we're a Republican majority state, and the rules in the House are set up to allow the minority to kill bills they don't like. The
big three in the state's leadership, Abbott, Patrick, and Phelan, not politically in sync. Texas Tribune reporters who covered every moment of the 140-day regular session sharing their view of what went wrong.
Speaker Phelan said, I'm coming through, get out of the way, and I'm going to stand for what I want my chamber to push for.
Bills the governor, lieutenant governor, and the Republican majority Senate wanted but didn't make it includes what's on the agenda in this first special: border security and property tax relief. Abbott and Patrick trying to broker a deal on property tax literally to the 11th hour last night.
I think that underscored their desperation to get something done, because they knew how bad it looked that they'd be, if they were to walk away from this regular session without a compromise.
In hindsight, I don't know if they were really that close, because the House really wanted the appraisal cap reduction and extension. The Senate and Lieutenant Governor Patrick said that was a total non-starter from the beginning.
Under Governor Abbott's special session order, lawmakers are supposed to be limited, lowering property taxes by only applying some of the state's budget surplus to school finance, not increasing homestead exemptions or shrinking appraisal caps. But immediately, the Senate went its own direction with a joint resolution that would raise homestead exemptions as a companion to its property tax relief bill.
SJR 1 by Betancourt, proposing a constitutional amendment to increase the amount of the exemption from ad valorem taxation by a school district applicable to residents' homesteads to finance. Senate Bill 1 by Betancourt, relating to providing property tax relief through the public school finance system.
So both the resolution and SB 1 receiving unanimous support in the Senate. But if there are changes to the homestead exemption, that's going to require approval from the voters, because that would amend the state constitution. Clearly, though, the Senate's sending a message to Governor Abbott: if you want property tax relief, you're going to have to consider something other than just taking money from the budget surplus and applying that to public school finance. Sounds like it's going to be a long, politically hot summer for lawmakers.
Especially until the next election, where voters can even approve that one. All right, Sean Rabb, thank you very much, live in downtown.